friends. It's me, Camera Mandy, and Alphinius' scrying stone is, I think, warming up, and he should be with us really soon. But in the meantime, oh wait, it appeared. It appeared. Thank the Lord. I was about to start having to talk by myself, and y'all know how that always goes terribly. So, okay, Alphinius.
Camera Mandy.
Goodness, you made it.
Camera Mandy.
Yes. What?
The scrying stone is working.
Okay, good.
But I found my way to an abandoned locality here in the Blueshines. Yes, it looks to have once been a resort.
Holy moly, there's like 20 subscriptions that just happened in the chat. I'm sorry. Keep going. Who did that? Oh, we have a level 5 hype train going on.
We are hyping.
Aww.
But I am still kidnapped, Camera Mandy.
Thank you, Doc Hawkins.
Dak, you are all right with us, no matter what Camera Mandy says about you all the time. Ah!
I think I always say nice things. I'm pretty positive.
So Camera Mandy.
Yes.
I have evaded capture.
Okay.
Yes. So, but I have learned some secret clues that may help people be able to identify where I am located and beat the DLF, which is what we must do. So I may be rescued. Yes, very important.
Okay. Well, I'm certainly excited to have you back at the office. So
yes, Camera Mandy.
Okay. But I also thought that we could do a little deep dive on the Blueshine Archipelago today, kind of walk people through the magnificence.
That would be of interest. We could do that. Yes. Do you have the map?
I have a map. I have social media. I have fun things going on. And Adam is currently making all those photos, JPEGs, so that way we can show them in the slideshow.
Well, then I guess we'll have some fun before I hopefully don't get kidnapped again.
Yes.
So first and foremost, Camera Mandy.
What?
I have been accosted by many things, but this purple dinosaur that is running around singing songs is really starting to disturb me.
I think I have a picture of this. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
But people, they know this, right? That there's
what is okay, can I just real talk? Because I saw someone comment in a thing about the purple dinosaur, but I don't know what that is. Like, is that like a thing? What is the
I think the chat knows.
Like is it like Barney?
I've already been attacked by baby shark. What purple dinosaur could I be attacked by?
I just didn't know. Well, it's not like Barney is not like.
Well, they don't exactly
like
they don't exactly make Barneys to just put up, in your sort of a trademarked character. That's not really.
Well, what about the baby shark that you put into your photo?
I don't know. I guess we are lampooning. I guess I could have grabbed the Barney.
Yeah, this is called parody. Okay, I understand now. I get it now. So the idea was that it's like Barney.
Camera Mandy, sometimes you are. The chat also thinks sometimes you're dense. I don't even need to see the chat to know that's happening right now.
I think that's part of one of my endearing qualities.
Oh, yes, density.
I'm very stupid, and I can own that, and that's okay.
Anyway. All right.
I get it now. I'm on the inside of the joke, so thank you.
I'm happy for this. I'm happy for this. I just want you to have a good understanding of all.
Yeah.
Romantic. Anyway, I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I am excited to hopefully be rescued here soon and have a bunch of our people win prizes. That would be wonderful. Yeah,
definitely not on Monday.
What do you mean definitely not on Monday?
Well, I mean, when never mind. Okay, anyway, let's also talk other things with social media. So first off, can I just say something about what Harry's doing?
Yeah, isn't that
Harry
amazing?
is going through the Darkenhaven portraits and doing all these minis based on the NPCs in Darkenhaven.
Oh yeah, no, it's wonderful. It's doing all of our people. You of course, you have well, this is Nick's character.
Astrin.
Yeah. But he also did David Stormer's character.
that we showed last week.
which you showed last week.
Yeah.
And Astron, of course, is a Sarth, but as kind of sickly. There's a whole story behind Astron, which is quite exciting to know that our people have these wonderful characters that have all these rich backstories and all that stuff that people can then take and play with them, which is most unusual thing I've ever heard of in the game industry. So, Harry, you are marvelous. Mwah.
Well, I just love that. I mean, every week he's posting a new Darkenhaven character. Yeah, so, anyway. And
speaking of Darkenhaven, some people in the chat might have gotten their Darkenhavens already.
Oh, I think I have some social media pictures about that too.
Oh yeah, you gotta make this bigger. This is fantastic. So Edvard, we're working on the Gloomport right now. Yes, obviously I'm doing the best I can, being away, but I'm doing my best. But this Gloomport, bless you, Adam. But this Gloomport, trying to bring it to life through art, right? Which is what we love to do, right? So everyone who knows of the Gloomport, what I love is kind of the minutia of lore that actually makes it interesting for players and for game masters. So Darkenhaven has a law, and the law is you cannot fly an airship anywhere over the city. So you cannot fly, and in fact, if you come within a certain area, a distance of them, they will shoot it down with dragon piercers. Okay. So the city has many dragon piercers on towers all around it, right? And dragon piercers are these massive bolts, for lack of a better term. Someone in the chat will remind me of the actual name of that's not javelin.
Hold on. Stop for a sec. I'm confused. So Randy Gray Fox 13 still waiting with bated breath here, and Harry says, "Me too." Did we forget to say something, or are they talking about gloom?
They're talking about not having quite gotten the
Darkenhaven box. Okay. Yes, they're working on it.
No, they're shipping. I mean, they're shipping them just on a regular basis. But it just unfortunately, it's a lot larger than we anticipated. I certainly did my best to try to keep it not so big. But it ended up, just getting out of control.
Well, according to Carrie, Gloomport is just as big, if not bigger.
It can't be bigger. So we're going to have to cut it back if it's bigger, because if it's bigger, it won't fit in the box. So it can be just about as big, but it can't be bigger. And I'm fine with that, because all the people who backed our Kickstarter so long ago when we were just beginning and are getting this thing at a just absolutely ludicrously low price deserve it. They deserve to get this totally unexpected massive value, and I am pleased beyond belief to be able to send this out to people. And I've gotten some great feedback already, Camera Mandy. I mean, people have said who've gotten it that they're blown away. So I can't wait for people to start playing in Darkenhaven. And
the chat is like popping off right now about things being bigger. And also, Dak says Gloomport can come in 2 boxes.
No, I can't. If we do that, it will get out of what we call the marketable price point. Anyway, so these dragon piercers. So somebody in the chat remind me, what's when you got a massive bolt caster? Are they called javelins? Anyway, it is a massive bolt, right? And some of them are even explosive, right? And these are designed to combat dragons. If a group of dragons decided to accost the city, that's what they're designed for. But they also can bring down, of course, airships. And so this was to protect the city.
They're saying ballista.
That's it. Well done, chat.
That was Pam, Harry, Geeky, and Hans. So.
Well done. Thank you for reminding me. So anyway, the city long ago made a law that the only way.
Apparently, they said it a lot earlier too, but I missed it because back and forth.
Well, whatever, I can remember. You're
I do the best I can. I'm sorry.
You're a little ditzy this morning. I still think you had something to do with this kidnapping. So
all I wanted for you was to have a beautiful vacation.
And instead, I get kidnapped by the DLF.
Oh, totally.
And give our people opportunities to win prizes. It's terrible.
Horrible. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm getting you off track. Keep going.
All right.
Ballistas.
So what the law is that airships can only come into the city in the Gloomport. So they literally have to fly into the maw. And of course, this makes it really easy for them to defend, right? Because only one can come in at a time, right? They can't come in when another ship is going in. So this really restricts any kind of attack by a large number of airships trying to do it stealthily. So they come into the maw, right? And then there are two, I believe, two airship towers that they can then tether to and allow cargo and people to be taken off. But Edvard, who did our maps, is doing some of our arts for the Gloomport. And I just love the feel of this. This is not finished, right? This is just a rough, but it really gives you the idea of it. It really gives you the essence of it, and I love the feel. I hope the chat likes it because I think it's spectacular. And then, again,
that's a good point. Pam says that she thinks the kidnapping was led by Miss Goo because she needed vacation.
Well, that would be very sneaky on Ms. Goo's part. But
yes, I think
in all fairness, in all truthfulness, Ms. Goo is not here. She went down to get a little breakfast. But as many of you know, and I can't express to especially many of the people in this chat, I can't express to you how much it has meant to me, the many messages of love and friendship and condolences for the difficult year that we really have had as a family. And Diane is doing, Dianea, my dear Ms. Goo, she's doing much better. My little Kimmy is doing much better. And for those of you who even know what happened with Mikey and Marianne with losing the baby, they are actually now, more than a year later, almost ready to have another baby. So we are about to have a very joyous event in the Goo household. And so, putting aside all of fantasy in the game we are playing with me being kidnapped, much love to you all. And I cannot tell you how much it has meant to us in this very difficult time for us in our lives. And of course, now here as we move forward, like happens with all of us when we go through tragedy, now there is the beginnings of new joy, and that is a wonderful thing. And I thank you all for helping my joy. Helping our joy. All right, Camera Mandy, it is a magnificent thing. Magnificent. So, all right, there. I know I'm sappy. I've always been sappy. So, just you have to put up with me being sappy.
I'm sappy about this. So
yes, that's something.
This is a great post.
Yes.
So I waited and watched, then looked at the tracking again. Just before we left for an early dinner, it arrived. I met the delivery dude in the driveway with only socks on, lugged the box inside yelling, "It has arrived!" Inside was a beautiful letter from Alphinius on how long in the making and thanks to the many people who helped. 4 years. Wow. The box is like twice the size of any of the other Red Star Rising chapters. Plus it came with a bonus adventure. Amazing. Totally awesome. Thank you.
Yes, and we've of course, had so many people who worked on this, all of the different groups that sort of had each one of the wards assigned to them, and how hard some of those groups really put in effort and helped us make each one of the wards. Of course, Jen sort of corralled the whole thing. Pam was very intimately involved in helping with a lot of things that go on here. Obviously, internally, our dear Carrie and marvelous AJ, and then so many other folks. And I know that I could name 30 people who helped make Dark and Haven happen. And it is magnificent. And those of you who have gotten it, I can't wait to hear more feedback. People have already told me things, but people are just getting it, so they haven't even had time to sit down and really read the lore book or read the other books and kind of see how we organized it. But I think it is going to be one of the greatest fantasy cities ever made, and I'm excited for people to see it. And that little Deepest Fear adventure that Carrie wrote is really nice. It's a good little fun jaunt. So, and of course the travel guide is magnificent, and the maps are spectacular. We have, I've got 70 some floor plans in there that you can work with. I mean, there's just a lot of value.
I may have gone a little overboard on the floor plans. So, maybe a few other things too.
We didn't go overboard on anything. We all fit in the box. Damn it.
Yeah. Okay, so this one was from Carrie, and she's currently hard at work on the Gloom board. Glooport. So what's our special items to you?
And we got to give a big shout out to Kevin Lilly, who has been working on this Glooport in almost by himself for a long time, and he has really helped us. And then of course there were groups that helped with the initial part of the Glooport, right? And of course we got very special places like Father Jiki's temple is down there, the Blue Pearl Sanctuary. We've got the, Josh Forrester really wanted us to have a stockade, and we have this wonderful stockade that is down there. I think everyone's going to love the dump. The dump is spectacular, and Randy worked really hard on the whole City of the Dead area, and of course Gravenstown has the Knight's Edge in there, which is Scott and John helped with that, and I mean I could go on and on. There's little Zestrenia that is in there, which is really populated with a lot of people who come from Zestrenia, and also Sarth, who also live in Zestrenia. And so it is again, the goal of making it feel alive, right? The goal of making it feel real and fantastically plausible, I think we are definitely achieving. And of course, in this image that you can see right here, if you make it a little bit bigger, Camera Mendy, and we'll talk about Carrie's request in a second. But there's actually a water dragon skeleton in the Glooport that is partially submerged, actually in the Glooming Bay. And this was an image done by Keyshore, which shows that
like in my mind, I'm like, if I ever get a chance to make scenescapes again, which
gosh, Camera Mandy, I'd love some sea shanty things.
Probably is not going to happen. Let's just be real. But maybe one day if we have enough help. But like, can you imagine like the water pouring out of a little waterfall?
Yes.
I mean, this would be such a good ambiance scene. I don't know. Maybe one day we can have some time.
Well, it's just, the thing that I love about it, right, is that it's not just buildings, right? It's even Darkenhaven above. It's not just buildings. There's all these unusual localities and interesting things. And of course, the Farthen Deep Passage, because we envisioned this trade coming to the city, and how would the trade come to the city, right? The Farthen Deep Passage came from that. And that, of course, led to the whole Genzicon Citadel and the Genzicon mythology, where they actually have a castle that's designed to protect the rest of the city from things that could come up the Farthen Deep Passage, right? Mm-hmm. And so you end up with all this beautiful lore and all of these beautiful things that make the city just come to life. And Carrie, Carrie's working on these magic items, these special items, because with the Glooport, like we did with Darkenhaven, we're trying to do some interesting items that are sort of appropriate for a sea kind of circumstance.
So Rex, by the way, says, "Woohoo! Just ordered my copy."
Oh, thank you.
Awesome.
I really
now is the time, because like we're still in pre-order. So now Darkenhaven is up to $175 because we got out of pre-orders, but Glooport is still at that amazing price point of I think $120 on the website. So.
And I honestly, I've had now 3 retailers tell me that we should not sell it for $175, that we should sell it for $200. They say the value compared to other things that are $100, $125, $150 is just ridiculous. So, but right now I'm comfortable with this. We got enough margin that we can make a little money and do okay for Gooey Cube, which is important. Mm-hmm. But so Carrie put this up. So if you have a minute, go in there and give her a little suggestion. Like I've been encouraging the team to think about things like the starfish of acuity, right? And the barnacle of Jones, or barnacle of Bill. Was it barnacle Bill? Was it barnacle Bill the sailor? Was that? It's only me from over the sea. Is it Barnacle Bill the sailor? Was it Barnacle Bill? I can't remember. If somebody in the chat remembers,
will know what the heck you're talking about. As you know,
it's kind of a dirty song, actually, Camera Mendy, as I recall. So
Hentaya says yes, BB. So.
Anyway, magnificent image by Keyshore that really I just love how he captured the feel of the harbor and the skeleton of the dragon and all this stuff. So
yeah, great. Okay, so this was from Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. Yeah, this is important.
Huh?
This is important.
Yeah, so this is back to your mystery. A bottle recently washed up on the shore of Moon Island. It reads as follows. Dearest friends, if you are reading this letter, I'm afraid we have been lost among the isles. We had almost made it past Pearl Island when we were surrounded by some plain-clothed marauders. All dressed in black they were, with their faces covered. Our vessel put up a fight, but the last thing I remember was fire and smoke. Then I woke up on the beach surrounded by strange reptilian creatures. They feed me nothing but cold porridge and strange sour fruit. I fear they are planning something nefarious, but I cannot understand the dialect in the slightest. I will continue to try and find a vessel to escape, but I fear my cause to find Alphinius Goo is lost. To whomever finds this letter, please send word to Darkenhaven. I, Rainy Windsong, am alive, but lost somewhere among these islands.
Yes, indeed. So we along with rescuing me, we must also rescue dear Rainy. This is very important. So
I have more faith in Rainy to figure her stuff out.
Whatever, cameraman. I mean, the problem is that I have imbibed a lot of water because there's nothing else to drink here except for.
I thought they said the cocktails. Yeah,
it's cocktails with apostrophe. You gotta have 2 O's.
You really want to say cocktails?
I think it sounds just as bad as cocktail, cameraman. In the chat, I just want to point out again, cameramandy is again the dirty-minded.
Okay. Anyway, Darkenhaven shipping. Anyway, that's all. I was just showing that.
Yes, look at those boxes.
Yes. Okay, this is great from Adam.
Yeah, Adam did this.
I would like, of my own free will, to nominate Lord Bun Bun Snufflekins.
Read it more clearly so people can hear.
Lord Bun Bun now I'm tongue twisted. Lord Bun Bun Snufflekins for the Darkenhaven gubernatorial election. I think you will find Lord Bun Bun to be a very colorful candidate, like none you have ever seen.
Lord Bun Bun is not canon, just like the damn snail is not canon. Although we did put a portrait of the snail in there.
I know, we had to.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Well, Chet made it, right?
Yes. Okay.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate that Todd takes the time to. He has his own group, with many people who are part of it, and they called Creative Adventure Tables, and he puts up wonderful images, and other people put up images in his group as well. But he takes the time to come into our group and just put up wonderful images of beautiful tabletop builds. Yeah. And for those of you who have a chance, to see them, and actually look at the pictures, they're just spectacular. And again, all of this stuff, right, spawning the creativity, sparking creativity, and that's why I love, the things that Kevin or Hans, right, or Michelle, and others post up as well as they're going through things that just give you creative sparks, and I just love it. So thank you, Todd.
We should have Todd back on when I know he's really busy right now.
Yeah, through the election he'll be, because he's a data scientist type person or something with the government, and somehow he manages all this crap. It's a lot. I know he does a lot.
Yeah. Okay, this is from Luke. And there is a Humble Bumble.
Did you say Humble Bumble?
Humble Bundle.
It's a Humble Bumble.
Humble Bumble is kind of a fun thing.
Yeah, I think we need a Humble Bumble now in the in the world of Zyathé. We need
Bumble. A Humble Bumble.
But it needs to be a Bumble, right? Two U's, right? So the Humble Bumble. Anyway, this is helping this state. It's helping some of Luke's family, and but also has a charity component, and it's a lot of Gary's stuff that he made. And so we wanted to give a little shout out for this. It's definitely worth taking a little peek at. The value is really good. So it's we're taking a.
This is something from Science Smile. Owning up to a mistake is a humble bungle.
Humble bungle. Ha ha. Yes. Well played.
And there's a lot of chat. Everyone likes.
Well played.
Anyway, if it carries honey, will it be a humble bumblebee? Anyway, all that to say, great deal from Luke. Definitely go check it out. So not from Luke. I mean, it's from guy like. This is stuff that Gary worked on, yes?
Yes, through the years. I actually own a couple of these.
Oh, very nice.
I might own all of them now that I'm looking. I won't be able to participate in the humble bundle because I have them all already.
All right. So this is last weekend at Pacificon. Robert ran a bunch of amazing games and
tremendous feedback.
Yeah.
Tremendous feedback from the people who played.
So anyway, I just wanted to show off the setup a little bit.
Yeah. And Robert, thank you. And to all the game masters who have been running games. And there is some thought, and Pam, I'm going to talk to you about this as well, that next year we may do something special. Armando's been such a good friend to us. And for many years, his Pacificon has been more focused on board games than on TTRPGs. And I think with some time and some ability to plan, we might be able to help him significantly grow the number of TTRPG players who come to Pacificon. So if you live in that area, in the Bay Area around there, and you are a game master and you'd like to do some game mastering for us, and get a little compensation for that and have some fun, obviously, we may be doing something special next year. We'll see. He has about 700 to 800 people who come to his convention, but he has room for upwards of 2,000. So, but without TTRPGs really going strong, it's hard to do that. So he and I are going to have a chat here in the next month or so, and maybe we'll give a little love to Armando and help him a little bit to grow his TTRPG thing. We'll see. So it's a big commitment. So we have to ponder how we do it well and not blow ourselves up and blow up our game masters. But we're going to look at it.
Okay.
Yes, here's another one. So there's a little lake actually in the Gloomport where a waterfall falls into it, and on the center of the lake there is a tower. And it is an intriguing place. I'm not going to speak very much about it, but it is an intriguing place. And just another little piece of the Gloomport that we are bringing to life through art. And again, cameraman, you got to say, you look at these images and you're like, whoa, the Gloomport is so cool. just so cool.
It is. Carrie said that she's even enjoying it, writing it more than Darkenhaven, because all these things have a little bit more of an edge to them.
Yes.
A little bit of a darker,
Yes, the Gloomport is yucky. I mean, then we did it on purpose, right? It's there are people down there who are kind of marginalized. Which makes them, of course, angry, because it's not really fair to be marginalized. And so when you're marginalized, you tend to strike back, and so this creates this political tension and all of that stuff. There are, organized crime rings down there. There are heroes who are trying to stop the bad people who are sort of doing bad things to the people, and so it makes this wonderful mix, right? This wonderful mix of for people who want to try to do good, right? That's the sort of the core of the whole game, is to be a hero and help others. Which is honestly, when you ponder it, it comes all the way down to that. I know some people play evil parties now and then, but generally most people play heroes, right? When you boil it all the way down to that, what a wonderful game to play, right? What a wonderful game to play, where you're having all this action and adventure, but in the end you're helping people. What a great thing. I love it. I love it. Oh, look at these guys.
So this is Alphinius.
Yes, I've seen this.
I did get a hoot out of these photos, the series of photos that you took.
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, that not you took. That this is totally not you in any way, shape, or form.
They clearly didn't do a good job with the hair.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. Anyway, so this Alphinius simulacrum showed up to the convention down at Pacificon, and of course hung out with people pretending to be me.
Yeah, totally.
Cameraman, you're the worst actress ever.
I'm not an actress. Okay, this is my real. These are my real thoughts. This is a real situation that's going on. You're totally not on vacation right now.
Oh, Alphinius, I'm worried you've been kidnapped. Alphinius, what am I going to do? All right. Yeah, this is looking good right here.
I got a good comment. Dubious Rex. I have mentioned this a few times in other forums, so I want to say here, this setting, this new world of Zyathé, this fantastic Red Star Rising campaign has really awakened my love of TTRPGs. I've been burnt out for a bit, but I am now so very fully immersed on your fantastic lore. I'll be running the Red Star Rising for 2 groups in the very near future. Dubious Rex, if you want to put your name in, I'm curious who you are. Like real life name, because it's hard to keep track of
the multiple handles.
Yeah. Hentaya says, actress, you can't even keep a straight face. So I'm not acting. I just happen to smile through tragedy, guys.
So Pam got hers. I see this. Yes, Pam got hers.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's really I got to give some props here. Obviously the efforts by so many people, but I really appreciate Carrie because in this deepest fear, because you need to know something about the main nemesis in the deepest fear. The main nemesis in the deepest fear is a softling named Nagelboffen. And Nagelboffen has been around my home campaigns for probably 30 some years, and a very hated nemesis. And we decided we would maybe bring the Nagelboffen gang to Darkenhaven, and Benjo did the artwork of the little gang. And so yes, that's right. Harry made Nagelboffen as a miniature too. Harry, I love you, man. Yeah, you all need to check out Harry's thing. It's not. I'm not acting. At least she knows it. But anyway, so also Lawrence and Carrie and a number of other folks. It's not Noodle Noggin, Jens. Nobody likes you. It's Nagelboffen. Yes, Jens has encountered personally Nagelboffen. Yes, yes. So people don't really know the amount and depth of effort that Jens put in terms of really getting Darkenhaven to where it was manageable for all the rest of us, right? Coordinating groups, right? Working on the lore, all of the stuff that Jens really did, and I got to give him a lot of props for this. And then, of course, all of the different individuals who came in. Pam was unbelievable. I've already said this already, but I just want to say that. And then Carrie and AJ and a little bit yours truly and many other folks, our dear Kaya and Josh, who spent so much time reviewing this. And we've got other people who are reviewing it as well. Andrew and his daughter helped us with looking at this thing and trying to make sure we didn't have errors. But it's got so many special, wonderful things. I can't wait for more and more of you to see it, to read the Darkenhaven Visitor's Guide, to by the way, the Deepest Fear that you're getting, all of you are getting the Deepest Fear, you're getting it with that special cover. And Carrie, and Carrie actually came up with the concept for that and made it more like a Western theme with the Deepest Fear, and it's really nice and fun. And so it for those of you who are getting that, you'll get a special one if you've done the pre-orders and all of that stuff. But eventually it will be the other artwork which you see on the cover right there as well. So
anyway, I totally agree, and it's awesome. Okay, I think that's it for social media. It took a while. It's like already 10:35.
I mean, is the chat enjoying this? I mean, I think the chat's enjoying this. I think.
All right, let me pull up your slideshow for the Blueshine. Oh wait, let me read your clue. Let's actually do your clue first.
Oh, the most recent. Why are you saying it? My clue. It has nothing to do with me. It's the DLF.
No, I mean, it's.
Remember, Mandy, we are trying to suspend disbelief right now, and we're really we're pushing the envelope. You know about pushing the envelope? We're definitely pushing it. You know what? I got to tell everybody this real quick. Hold your clue. Does anyone in the chat know what pushing the envelope really means? It's an advertising.
Adam is nodding vigorously.
Adam knows. All right, Adam, come into the camera.
He still has.
And you can stay. It's okay if you're naked. It's okay if you're naked. Just hold on a second. Goodness gracious!
I'm not coming on camera.
You can just say it. Just say it. Just come talk over here so that way they can hear you better.
All right, Adam, talk closer.
Talk closer.
What does it mean, pushing the envelope?
So, if I am recalling correctly, pushing the envelope comes from airplanes where there's a flight envelope that they are known to work well within. And if you're pushing the envelope, you're trying to push past the edge of that, the border.
You are spot on. That is absolutely correct. However, it also has an advertising connotation.
Probably
which goes to direct mail, which means you push the envelope in terms of putting more words on the envelope. In the old days, when you used to get mail, nobody gets mail anymore, right? But you used to get mail, there would be words on the envelope that says, inside a free Darkenhaven box set. And people would open it up because they want to get the free Darkenhaven box set. Then you figured out you had to spend like $10,000 to get the free Darkenhaven box set, so it didn't really work out so well. Anyway, that's. But you are absolutely correct. That is what pushing the envelope originally came from, was the flight thing. So, Camera Mandy, the Blueshine Archipelago.
Yes. Okay. Clue number 5. 3 mounts on Cuttlebones there be.
So scroll into Cuttlebone.
I'm going to. I'm.
Go slow because some people are getting this, but some people are missing. So 3 mounts on Cuttlebone there be.
Oh, right there.
Remember, man, you got to do it in a pirate voice. Three mounts on Cuttlebone there be.
Okay, I cannot do a pirate voice. So.
Give it your best shot.
There.
3 mounts on Cuttlebone.
3 mounts on Cuttlebone there be.
God, that's terrible. By the gods.
3 mounts on Cuttlebone there be.
No one is ever going to rescue me with this, Camera Mandy.
Perhaps the pirate voice instead. Name that which is most southerly.
3 mounts on Cuttlebone there be, right?
Yes. Okay. So it's southerly. So
what is the next line? It says what about?
Name that which is most southerly.
So the one that is most southerly is what?
Mount Fishbone.
Fishbone, yes.
All right. Then follow the winds to the eastern isle. Sorry. I'm doing my orientation in my head because so in Colorado, the mountains are west.
But the east is to the right on the map.
Okay, that's helpful to me. I mean, I should have probably
known that. New Yorkers always say they're always right. New Yorkers say they're always right because they're in the east.
Oh, okay, that's fine. So we're going to the east, to Port.
Read the two lines because you got to get them both.
Oh, okay. And name the bay where pearls. While. Okay, well, hold on. Then follow the winds to the eastern isle and name the bay where pearls while. I've never heard while used in that context before, but it is a nice rhyme.
I could while away the hours.
Okay, fine.
With the flowers.
I guess that's fair. That is a fair. Okay, fine. I am ditzy this morning. I'm sorry, guys.
So what's the name of the bay?
Pearl Town. Oh, Xavier's
Bay.
Name of
Xavier's yes. Okay. Now what?
I'm just going to say something. I want to say this. I'm sorry. I'm just going to interrupt. I solved an incredibly complicated accounting problem this week. And so I'm not totally ditzy. I just need to sometimes sit with the information and solve the puzzle that way. I'm very good at deductive reasoning.
We completely agree with you.
I am an incredibly good video editor.
You
incredibly
are.
good.
You have many amazing talents.
Yes. So being live on the stream is not one of them, and I'm okay with that.
But you have a cute hat on today.
This is Adam's grandmother's hat. So
all right, what's next? Let's not miss all what we're doing here.
Where was I? Another pearl northeast of the bay. North from there is
slow your roll. Read it again.
Another pearl northeast of the bay. So we're going north. So Pearl Island.
Ah, yeah.
North from there is Jakarta, or I can't read that word. Like
Martinet.
What?
It's Martinet, isn't it?
Martinet.
North from there is Martinet.
This is why typography matters, folks, because that looks like a J, but that's fine. Where is Martinet? Okay, Martinet. So we really didn't even need the first, 6 lines of this clue because we could have just gone to Martinet.
No, maybe not, cameraman.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I would say that it is very possible. It is very possible that you will need every location correct to solve the puzzle at the end.
So are you gonna do where you have to put pins on stuff and it's all gonna coalesce?
I may be.
Okay.
What am I gonna do? I'm not doing anything. It's the DLF.
Totally. It's the DLF, 100%. I'm sorry. My apologies. The DLF.
We have to suspend disbelief, cameraman.
A port lies further.
Pardon me. Cocktail. Oh, I meant to mute that. All right. Martinet. Now you're at Martinet. Now, what does
Port
it say?
Cothar. Okay,
No,
a
but
port,
what does
a
it say?
port lies further north from there. A port lies north from there. Okay, yes,
A port lies further
Port.
north from there.
Okay, port. So we're at Port Cothar. Name that port and end your day. What are the 3 names we seek?
So what are the 3 names we seek? What was the first one?
Um,
Come on, chat, you got this.
yeah, so
The first one was Mount Fishbone.
Fishbone. Yes.
The second one was
Pearl Island.
Xavier's Bay.
Xavier's Bay. I'm sorry. Next.
And you get the last one that we just got, cameraman.
Yeah, I don't. There's like 6 things listed here.
It is the 3 that it actually asks for.
Okay.
Not the points of interest on.
I am not good at this. I do agree that Lawrence should be the one who does this because he does it with so much more.
Thank God there are people who are getting it in the chat. That always scares me when people don't get it. So
Okay, yeah, they're all about it. Okay. Sorry, guys.
But listen, can I just say something?
My showmanship is not there. Yes.
Can we go back to the Blueshines real quick? Because is Geeky Hoodie watching today?
I did see him in the chat. Yes.
Yeah. So I want you to go to the east, which is to the right.
Oops.
So scroll it to the east. There you go. So now down. Now get that now right there, right in the middle.
Okay.
Do you see the Isle of Unduulu?
Yes.
So I don't know how we're going to do this, but probably is associated with the next Guys and Gags Kickstarter. I am going to make sure that we do the Isle of Unduulu adventure that Geeky and I are going to work on together, and the mud mounds of Bleak Bottom Bog that Harry put together and that I actually got to run in. So I'm putting that stake in the ground right now. If assuming that we do the next Guys and Gags adventure, which I assume we are going to do, we're going to put those 2 adventures in there because, first of all, the Isle of Unduulu sounds fantastic to me, and I played the Mud Mounds, and both of them are fantastic. So very exciting. Geeky, haha.
Haha, indeed. Okay, very nice. Okay, next up is your slideshow about.
Well, it's more just a talking thing because I want to talk a little bit about the Blueshines, and this is these are just images that we grabbed. It's not any final artworks and stuff, but Christy and Michelle were actually the beginnings of the Blueshine. Long ago, when we started figuring out West Verdestia, we had people who worked on different sections. Like Casey did the Netherlands area, and we had different folks do different localities, right? As part of sort of this community thing that we do.
Well, let me show this first.
So Christy and Michelle were the ones who worked on the Blueshines and helped us to define that. And that's actually where Karaschool Thyra came from. There she is. And Karaschool is by the way, it says Kara is cool, by the way. I saw that, Christy, long ago, that was, that was kind of a double meaning there. But Karaschool Thyra of Thyra Island and the governess, right? So this is how we ended up with both of their characters being a part of this. And of course, in the lore of the Blueshine, you have Madame Karaschool Thyra of Thyra Island talking about the Blueshine Archipelago. So I know you just read this, cameraman. It's good, isn't it?
It's a great essay. So all of this is starting, like there's many references to Blueshine throughout all of West Verdestia. I know this because I searched. It's on 45 pages. It's West Verdestia. But starting at 264 is where you really get into the meat of it. And we'll just, like before we show our slideshow, I'll just show the section in the book about it. So it gives a nice overview of like the weird government structure that kind of exists.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love the way they did this.
Yeah. And I also like, so this page kind of is like a TLDR version of what you could find at the Blueshine.
All of our lore books have one of these synopsis pages that do that, right? And the wonderful thing, what we wanted with the Blueshines was we really wanted Pirates of the Caribbean, that's what we wanted, was that feel, so that if people wanted to if they wanted to run a really good pirate campaign,
pirate.
hey, you're not doing really well, lassie. But you're on a good path. But if they wanted to run themselves a really good piratey campaign, they could run on down to the Blueshines. Yes, me darling. And there be treasure and sunken ships. Yes, and ghosts flying across the seas. And the Kraken. Don't forget the Kraken. Anyway, continue on, Cameramandy.
You have such a good. I think it's also the voice. It's also in the voice. Like, you have a nice, deep, raspy voice. You know,
yeah, perfect.
I need to find my own, like, you know, redheaded pirate voice. So anyway,
I think you should work on it, Cameramandy, and then unveil it one of these days in the stream.
I am going to invest my spare time in learning a pirate accent so I can impress the pants off of everyone next week.
Just start with "Our matey."
Our matey.
Yeah, you're on a good path. That was actually not bad. So let's continue. So we got the synopsis of the Blueshines and their banner, their flag, right, which is the pearls, right, representing each one of the major islands.
Love it. And then we start actually breaking down each of the islands.
Yes. And
important to know that a lot of my rune. So when the Woe ruin happened, there was a bunch of ships out at sea. And
they even had floating cities, Cameramandy. My rune actually have floating cities. They're huge islands that were out there. Keep going.
That's amazing. And so when the Woe happened and they were kind of scattered throughout this thing, there was some of them were obviously destroyed in the Woe. They did not make it. They drowned, or their ships did, but a number of them did. And they ended up populating the Blueshines as part of their recovery efforts. Which I think is a really cool backstory to how a bunch of these people came to be at the Blueshine.
Yes, you're making my day right now, Cameramandy, because I haven't really been in West Redestia for a long time now, right? Because obviously I read it, was very involved in the creation of it and all of that stuff. But this picture that was done by Keyshore. And of course, it's got this wonderful tropical feel, and you've got these the ships and the palm trees and all of that stuff. And anybody who's ever been to a tropical setting, right? It's just got this wonderful feeling, a little bit of fog going on. And then of course you see Luneos and Vixen, Luneos and Vixen in the background, which is wonderful.
Yeah, it's a really great piece of art. And it kind of just shows like how it's been settled. So I really like the section on like how they deal with the blood touch people there, because like this would actually be kind of, I'm sure there are sections that would not, like islands that would not allow you, but there's probably plenty of islands that would take anyone who was blood touched, and you carve out your own destiny on this place. And so it just starts breaking down all of the individual islands. So there's the Isle of Undulu.
Unduulu.
And
Our lassie, it's be called the Isle of Unduulu, and you're not to be wanting to go there.
Yeah.
If you value your life.
Well, or if there's some like good treasure to be found, maybe it's worth it.
Well, there may be. Guarded.
Basically, all the islands that were not all of them, but a lot of them that we showed on that map are broken down here with like little notes about what could be found there, or their government, or who's in charge, or some kind of interesting character interaction that you could have. And then, it is a really nice port city, right?
Yeah, this was done by Ferdinand. This was done by Ferdinand quite a while back. And again, it's just, you just get it, right? You get that feel, right? You can feel the moistness in the air, right? Because it's so humid, right? And the sun is coming down, right? And you hear the lapping of the waves as they come into the bay and hit the side of the ship and roll in from the dock, and then you hear the bells, right? The bells of the ships as they ring, and the flapping of the sails, right? And all of a sudden you're there, right? You're there, lassie, right in the Blueshines.
I do love your pirate voice.
Well, thank you, my dear.
I'm having affection towards you as my godfather right now.
That's because you miss me, because I've been kidnapped.
Oh, okay. Sure, that's why.
Cocktails.
Anyway, and we have a tavern.
Isn't that cool? And this is great,
Yeah.
right? With my rune in there, and I just
No, it's great. So, what's this one? I actually didn't read this.
oh,
No,
this is a whole different thing.
I thought we got this is so that was the end of the Blueshine.
Yes, that's the end of the Blueshines.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
definitely, if you want to run a piratey thing, we've got a place for you to run it.
And maybe an adventure.
Maybe an adventure coming. Yes, got to tie it to Guys and Gax, but I've got an idea for doing that. So I just have to spend a little time with Geeky but not yet, Geeky, not yet, Harry. Just bear with us. We got to get through this.
I'm really interested.
We got to be getting through this Guys and Gax stuff, finishing off the Darken Haven materials, right? And then we're almost caught up, Cameron-Mandy. Yes, I don't know why I grabbed this picture. It's kind of.
I was going to say this looks like Flounder from The Little Mermaid. I was really curious where you were going to go with this one.
I don't even actually. As you can see, the fish in the Blueshine Archipelago are really happy. They're all singing right now.
No,
under the sea now.
Setting. That's hilarious. Okay.
Everything's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. You gotta love that little crab. Everybody loved that little hermit. Sebastian, yes.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
So the Blueshines, right? This is as I was pondering artworks and these, as some of y'all know, again, is the creative process as we build all this stuff and work with many different artists and different people who are writing and many contributors and all of this stuff, which is really not the most efficient way to run a company, but it is way more fun. I think it's more fun for our people. I think it's more fun for us. And so anyway, we tend to put together sort of these mood boards, right? We get moods and pictures that, and we don't do them physically, right? You just kind of put them together. But this, these images that I'm going to show you here kind of are bringing that feel of the Blueshine Archipelago. And I just, I don't really have anything to say about any of the individual images. I just grabbed ones over to give us that feel, right? And this is one of them, right? And again, this is what I love about artwork. This is why I think artwork is so important, because it just takes you there, right? This is a whole different. Yes, I love reading and I love words, and I'm a writer. That is my life. And beautiful expository prose is magnificent, right? Because it does also bring you there. But when you add the flavor of a beautiful piece of artwork on top of expository writing, it really helps the coming of the imagination to bring you to the place that you're talking about. And this is one of those images I just think is wonderful.
Yeah, no, it definitely sets the mood.
Yes.
Why's the rum gone?
And of course, there are shipwrecks down beneath, right?
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, of course, many, right? From the Woe of Ruin,
you know. That ring of water breathing.
Yes. Go down there and meet the Kraken.
Yeah, the cartoon Kraken.
Yeah, that guy. Right? But you can see, right? You got these, there's so much. And again, because it's fantasy, you can get away with things a little bit more than you would if it was actual true physics, right? And something like this, where you have a tavern literally right on the edge. I mean, this thing would get hurricaned out about every 3 years. But it's got magical protections, right? So that's how it does it. I hope, as the chat, my friends, are you enjoying this? I hope you're enjoying this. I love the Blueshines, and I think it's just a magnificent place. And just grabbing images to give you the feel of it, right? And all of that
beautiful sunsets.
Yeah, and of course the ships, right? The captain's cabin, right? And Luneos in the background, and it just brings the feel of it, right? It's just so wonderful. Oh, I did this. I actually intended this to be our opening one, Cameron-Mandy, but it's okay. But I actually want to use this for something, and it might actually appear with some modifications.
On the Isle of Undulu.
Well, I really liked the artwork of it. I like the feel of it a lot. And so there may be a derivative of this that actually is the cover of the Isle of Undulu.
You 100% should do it. It is an awesome piece of art.
Yeah, isn't that wonderful? Yeah, it's just a wonderful piece of art.
To be clear, we buy the rights to this stuff when we.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. We commission artists, we pay artists, we pay writers. We try our best to not ever take advantage of anyone. So that is our goal. That is part of our mission. I thought this was kind of interesting. I was always trying to figure out what the little floating things were around it, but actually I got this because I was going to put this in. Sorry, not me. The DLF was going to put this in one of the pictures of me.
Excuse me, suspension of disbelief, please.
Yeah, so
Suspension
of disbelief. It might appear. It might appear soon. So we'll have to see.
Okay, very nice.
And this is the real, right? This is the real feel. So one of the things I do like about the stock photos is they have a very nice variety of ship images like this, and they're sort of oil painty and all of that stuff. But this is got such a good mood, and it's just so pretty. And for me, again, as a creative soul, I see it, right? I hear it. I hear the man up in the crow's nest, we got whale on the far side, we got whale on the leeward. It's just it just brings all this wonderment to the whole thing.
So there's a spammer in our chat. And I'm sorry, I don't actually know how to moderate the thing.
Yeah, we get it. Why would you do that?
I don't know. So just don't click on that link. Adam's coming over to try and figure it out.
First of all, people, just so you understand, nobody. This is just a dirty, not nasty thing to do, and it's not. It's unkind. It's rude. It's it's just disappointing. So yeah, don't click on any links, friends, that are being put up by this spammy person right now.
Oh, can I just
restrict them? Yeah, and then click on the XE.
Oh, we have drama. We have drama.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Well, Adam taught me how to use.
All right. Well, listen. Talk about this for a second. I got to mute you. It's very important.
Oh, got a phone call. He left me here by myself. Y'all know that this all goes terribly wrong when I don't have someone to talk to. I'm more of a hype person, hype Mandy, if you will. So, anyway, beautiful art here, and thank you, Dubious Rex. Hype. Yes, if there's anyone who has questions from the chat, I will happily take them because I'm floundering. I'm
back. Don't worry about it.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I hate talking by myself.
So you know what I love about art styles, right? Is there's various different art styles, right? And this has got this sort of comic booky feel, a little bit of a comic booky feel to it, right? It's got that flavor, which accentuates colors and accentuates things. So the white caps and all this stuff. I just really like this image. I thought it was really well done. I don't remember the artist's name, which is unfortunate. I would like to have given credit, but it's licensed, so it's not something we have to do. What else? Are you checking the chat right now? Did we get rid of the spammer? Did we get rid of the spammer?
I think so. But I'm just.
What were they doing, Cameron Mendy? I'm not looking at the chat.
Links that could be, Oh, here's a good question. When do we get to contribute for the new material?
So Guys and Gags is coming soon. I was going to start. Look at that one, Cameron Mendy. Isn't that great?
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, there is so much you could do.
Oh.
There's part of me that says we should just if you have a special location like this, you don't necessarily need to write the adventure. You could just take kind of what we did with Darkenhaven,
originally we talked about doing this with the Writers Guild and giving people, like a monthly, once a month or every couple of weeks, we give everybody a little fun writing thing. Because I do want to tell you, if you aspire to be a writer, there's nothing better to do than writing.
Yes. And
this is really, really important, that if you aspire to be a writer, writing is what exercises your writing muscle. Mm-hmm. And I think, I wanted to do this with the Writers Guild. It just got to be too much, but it would be fun, to put up a little, hey, this is something, write us a 500-word essay about this, but I just don't think I can do it with Guys and Gags coming up. Anyway, so we are going to be doing some meetups here once I get rescued. We're going to do some meetups about Guys and Gags. We're going to talk about what we're going to put in there and give people a chance to contribute, which we're very excited about, because the environs of Guys and Gags, of course, is nodding back to all of the old days of this wonderful game we love to play. So that's coming soon, I promise, because we have to get going on it for the time that we have. And we are already working on many of the materials. And yes, we are working on chapter 6 and 7. So that is the process has begun. So
yeah.
What's that for me, cameraman D?
I finished the slideshow, and it's actually 11:01. So I'm just
yes.
Yeah, this is some great scene setting stuff. I hope you've enjoyed your kidnapping in the Blueshine Archipelago.
Where'd those guys come from?
I'm sure they're about to appear in some Blueshine Archipelago post potentially.
Little scumbags. Look at they're troublemakers. All 4 of them.
I had another question.
Yes.
Then
we'll let folks
know. Can we gift subs to send Alphinius back and get Rainy instead? I'm gonna say yes.
I'm feeling a little abused right now, but I want Rainy back too. So
okay. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Hopefully, you have enjoyed this peek into the Blueshine, and
there is one more clue coming from the DLF.
Get your pins out. Get your print.
This will be the last clue, and then.
Oh wow, he's actually gifting a lot of subs. Okay then. Well, I guess Alphinius, you're out of luck. So.
No, we're gonna get Rainy back and Alphinius, so it's gonna be both. Yeah, so there is. I know it for a fact that the DLF has said there's one more clue that is coming.
Okay.
And we'll have to put all of the clues together so that everybody has a chance to be able to look at them. And then there's a puzzle. There's a mystery at the end that has to be solved.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to get out the thing. I'm going to mark.
Yeah, you don't know the answer.
No, I have not even. I will say I haven't had a chance to respond to anything, but I put up a post yesterday because I've just been. I have like 13 videos due this month. I am very busy with marketing work. And I got so many sweet comments from people just saying, take a break, just, but I mean, I was so touched. So anyway, but I am glad, like one thing that I do love about Goo Morning Zyathé is that when it's really busy and I don't have time to be on the Facebook group as much as I would like to be, it is nice to come on a Saturday morning and just be uplifted by people who tune in and who like what we're doing here. So
yeah, no, it's amazing. And cameraman, I mean, we've got, we added a lot of friends with Guys and Gags. And of course, we're going to do a second Guys and Gags, the Temple of Existential Evil. And now you've heard it here first, right? So I mean, that's what's coming. And then on top of that, it very much looks like we're going to do another thing with Ed Greenwood later next year. And then of course the next lore book we want to produce is Sundestia. So we really want to go and visit Sundestia. So there's a busy. What's wrong, cameraman?
I knocked over some stuff, but Porthalis said we want more of Lady Grey, so I was tilting my thing over. So
cute. What a cute. Yes.
Yeah. So
yes,
anyway.
that's Portholis to you, cameraman.
Porthalis. Only when I'm super stressed. Anyway.
All right, let's let the folks go. My friends, thank you for joining us. Hope you did enjoy the little discussion of the Blueshines. If you have West Verdestia, I would encourage you open that up and take a read. I do believe that our lore books are fun reads and not don't feel so much like instruction manuals or encyclopedia, Britannicas. So they have fun lore and are really broken up well and are good to read. So enjoy that, and hopefully next Saturday I will be back in the studio.
Yeah, hopefully your rescue will happen.
Yes, hopefully I get rescued. We will see. I don't, cameraman, this is kind of getting to be nice out here. I'm thinking maybe I don't need to be rescued.
There's a reason you moved to Colorado. I'm just going to say that. So anyway.
Much love, friends. Thank you all for your support for Gooey Cube. You have yourselves a most wonderful rest of your weekend. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us and being a part of this and helping us make cool stuff and just being gooey, because that's a fun thing. May all your adventures be sticky. Bye bye now.